Okay, awesome. Let me just go ahead and quit that. All right, great. So we are going to do this demo here, and I'm excited that you guys are here for the Health Coach Interactive brought to you by Mogo Train. And I want to show you how you can get the most out of your health coach business, what it means to get started if you've already been in business for a while, how you can accelerate your business with a platform like this. If you're just in the process of getting started with your business, which a lot of you are, coming from perhaps some of the great schools like the Institute of Integrated Nutrition, as Samantha was talking about, then this is going to be great for you as well and just really help you to get that kickstart. So each of you are going to receive this, think of it as like a website. So each of you guys are going to get a website. It certainly can tie to your existing website, or it can just be your website altogether. And what it's going to do is you're going to have this look and feel, so you can customize this background image to really match your look and feel. It's going to say welcome to your name library. Pretty soon you're going to be able to customize that as well to make that even say whatever you want it to say. It will have your branding, so whether it's it's your logo or your name here, really just giving that nice brand marker for you guys. But we wanted to make this a beautiful experience across the board. So we offered that kind of customization, but then we took charge of the rest of the design to make sure that it's a nice experience all the way across. So there's a couple of things that happen in your library. Now I call it a library, but we also could call it a storefront. So whether it's your library, it's your storefront, that really just means on whether you're charging for your content or you're offering your content for free, or you're making a hybrid of both, which is what I suggest. Therefore, you're offering some free content. This little iTunes thing likes to bounce. I hate it. All right, anyway. So when you're offering some content for free, which is a nice opportunity for people that are just getting to know you as a health coach, they can get excited about maybe getting access to some of your content. Very similar to how you guys got access to Samantha's content from the 3-day program, which you signed up in. So we're going to show you behind the scenes of what that 3-day program looks like in the system, and we'll go to it. You also have the ability to, so yes, you can charge for your content. Whatever you want to charge for your content, you can charge. You also can offer, again, some for free. And then you also can offer some as an exclusive code. So what that means is that just like when you guys, if all of you typed in the code 3-day to get access to the 3-day challenge, if you signed up for an account and did the 3-day challenge, you can create a code for your content. So this means something that you can offer exclusively to your current clients or to new prospect clients as well, where you can bundle this entire platform as part of your service offering. So it becomes an extension of your one-on-one coaching sessions and training with your clients. You also can bundle it into a series. So yes, you can have individual content displayed here. And then you also can have a series. So you can put a nice graphic here, and then you can have multiple different steps or training materials or resources available for your clients. And if this all looks really great, we're glad you love it. If it looks like, wow, how in the world would I even get started? I can't wait to show you how easy this is to use. I promise you, if you are a non-techie person, then you are going to love this. If you're a techie person, then you're going to love this even, that plus. So I will go ahead and show you the rest of it. So the way it's going to work is when you guys go ahead and click sign in, you're going to have two options. Currently, you guys are signing in as a user if you typed in 3-day to get access to the 3-day program course. But then you're going to go ahead and click on admin. Now, admin is where you're going to have access to all of the what's called the dashboard. So the ability to come in and customize all of your content, create new content, and that's what we're going to show you right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in with my password. And here you can see I have access to what's called my dashboard. Anything that says edit and view, if I want to view something, I can view it. If I want to edit it, then I can edit it. So for instance, let's say the 3-day challenge. I can click here to edit. Here I can edit the details. So this is the library cards. This is like the cover image and the details. So I can go ahead and click on update here. And then I can update the title, the description. I can also assign that to a series if I had one, right? And this is where I entered in the code 3-day. If I wanted to charge for, or Samantha wanted to charge, or you wanted to charge for your course, then you certainly could by just clicking on the Stripe account button. That's about a 5-minute process, and it will set you up with a Stripe account. And that's the system that we use to allow you to take credit card transactions from your clients. Again, you don't have to specifically do that, but if you wanted to, which I encourage, then it's a great way for you to make money on this platform, which will then serve its purpose to helping you on the business side of your health coach business. But additionally, again, you can add exclusive codes, and we also have discount codes, which we'll touch base in a moment. So I can assign a category to my course. I can choose from various different categories, and then I could say, yep, I want to update it, and I'm good to go, right? And I also can go in and say, I want to edit my course content. Now, the reason why I want to show this to you again is because, again, you guys saw, most of you saw the 3-day program. And so this is exactly how that 3-day program is built. We used videos. We used what we call as a text tool. So to build this, you just have to click this one button here, right? Just one button click. And then you just choose the various different, what we have as widgets, but they're just tools, just a tool set. I can add videos, I can add text, I can add questions, fill in the blank, I can add multiple choice, and of course with a certain package I can also go live and do a live stream directly inside of my course. You can go live directly inside of your course. So here you can go in and say, I want to add a question here. Now, if I add a question here, it's going to update your content. So if you go ahead and log into your account and go to that 3-day program, you would see, here is my new question. Whatever question you would want to ask me as a client. Again, I can delete that and I can reorder that as well. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you. So this has a variety of different sections. So let's say I'm building something and I want to go ahead and preview it. Well, I'm building it out and I want to go ahead and click preview. Here I can see a preview of how everything looks. Make sure it's good to go, right? Whatever content you're building. Looks good to me. And I can click back to edit. I also can add a section. I can duplicate a section, delete a section. I can reorder sections. So I can change the order of those sections if I wish. And then we have revisions. So you don't ever have to worry about lost work. I know it can be a painful process if you're typing a lot and then you're kind of afraid that something's not going to save. Certainly click the save button, but just note that we have revisions. So we are saving about every 5 seconds when you're inside the builder and interacting with it. You don't have to worry about your work being lost. But that is as simple as it gets for clicking the button and adding different questions, or I want to add a text area here. I can add some content as simple as let's say if I wanted to go ahead. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just take a step back here for a second. Let's say I wanted to go ahead and create a brand new course. I would click on create. Now we have 3 options, which one is done for you, which we'll talk about in a moment. Clone, which is cloning something that's already existing. So when you go ahead and create content, you can modify that content so you don't have to rewrite that content again, or that course or that training or whatever resource you're creating. You can clone it change some things, and then publish a second version of it, and you don't have to worry about creating that again. Brand new. So I'm going to go ahead and click on brand new. This is where you can upload various different, you can choose from a variety of different covers that we have available, right? Or you can upload your own. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. All right. And then I'm going to add a title to my course. So I'm going to say best foods, right? And author name, it will be your name, your description. So your name here, description, assigning a category to your course, or I could choose my own category. I'm going to call it foods. And then I'm going to click on next. And this is where I can add a cover, excuse me, what we call a header image over my course. So this is just some kind of header or banner image that's going to live above my course. But I'm going to go ahead and choose my own image. And I like this one here. And we're going to offer these images to you as well. We're going to be loading some new images for you to choose from. This looks good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and click next. And now I'd like to go ahead and start the process of adding some of my content. So here I'd like to just copy and paste. Remember we talked about it being copy and paste in the intro video that brought you guys to this online event. So I just want to show you how simple that is, right? So if I wanted to copy and paste it, certainly could. Let's make that 20. So you can change the you can change the font and the color. Let's say I want to add an image up here. I certainly can. I can add another image. So we'll just do image. You can choose a file. Go to my desktop. Let's just choose this image here. So that image is good to go. And then if I wanted to say, I wanted to add a question. How do you feel about eating clean foods in your diet, right? Is that a good question, Sam?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. She does more than me on that. So yeah, so that would be an example of a question. What would be another example question or something that we would want to ask for as we're building out this course, Sam?
So another question that you could ask, you could say something along the lines of, what kind of foods do you eat on a daily basis?
Okay.
So that they could take a step back and they could start to see the kind of foods that they typically eat. A lot of times people, they tend to eat foods. Yep. We live in a fast-paced society and they don't even take an inventory of what they're eating.
That's a good point.
This gives them a moment to stop. Mm-hmm. Because as health coaches, we are about educating. Mm-hmm. And this tool is so good because it does give people a chance to sit down and to really go over the material and to really take a step back to really think about, what are they doing on a daily basis? What are things they could be doing better? What could they be eliminating, or what could they be adding more of?
Good point. All right. So let's say if I wanted to add some like this text about blueberries, I want to add another image here. Just one more example, guys. I could do something like that.
And another thing, too, that's great about this is blueberries. You know, when people think of blueberries, they may not actually think about some of the ways that they could use the blueberries or eat the blueberries aside from just eating them. And so this would be a great place to pop in a video with maybe a really cool smoothie recipe where you could show them how to incorporate blueberries. And and you can do that very easily by just adding the video widget. Yeah. Whether it's you doing it or you pulling in from a YouTube video, it's really just interacting with your clients based upon your style with the tools that are in this software.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. Yeah, with the best foods. So again, I can just name it whatever I want. Yeah, and just explain just the convenience about on the courses, they can create as multiple sections as they wish. They can modify it, so you guys can modify and add anything you wish at any time for your clients. And again, with much flexibility comes much responsibility. So certainly, if your clients are answering those questions inside of your content, don't delete those questions. But you can actually change the question itself, or make a tweak to it. But do treat it like it's published content. So you can add sections, or you can add more questions to existing sections, or more content, or videos, or audio, or whatever you wish. Which kind of gets to a point about when we talked a little bit about Samantha and I had a conversation about blogs, and just how hard blogs are to get started. I don't know if you guys have had some of the pain that a lot of people in various different industries have just getting started with a blog. I mean, it just feels like a really incredibly hard task. It feels easy in concept, right?
Right.
But it's one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, I've got this great idea for this blog post, and then you go to write the blog post, and then what happens?
You go blank. And that happens to me all the time when I'm having a conversation with someone. I have no problem.
Right.
But then when it comes to sitting down and writing a bunch of stuff in paragraph form, I don't do that so well. So by using this software, I feel like I can do things in a more interactive way, such as the video, or even just a little paragraph of something that might be on my mind with some questions. Because again, when I do this, I think about how or what would it be that I would want my client to take from this. So when I'm sitting down to write, what is the key point? Because we can all get kind of wordy, especially myself. And I want to make sure that my clients are actually not just reading a bunch of words, but they're actually getting the key point from the material that I'm creating. And if your mind's like mine, I know in the health field, being a health coach, we're really passionate.
Yeah.
And so we have so much to say, and my brain goes 240 miles an hour sometimes. So it's really awesome to be able to say, you know what, I have this idea, and I'm going to go jot it down, and I don't even have to necessarily finish it. And the cool thing is I can go back and I can edit it when if something, hits my mind, or I end up speaking to my client and they say something that goes, I didn't really touch on that. I can go back in and add that information at a later date. And the cool thing about this is we can keep our clients excited and keep them coming back to the material. And one of the ways of doing that is to offer really cool add-ins. As they're working on a course, you can surprise them with an add-in of something special, a new recipe, a new self-care tip, a new exercise, that they can start to incorporate into their daily routine. And that's what's exciting about it, is you keep them engaging, exciting. It's not just going into an ebook and just reading the material, but it can be a new experience all the time, especially with videos, especially with live streaming, which is really cool.
Yeah. So let's take this moment here. I'm going to put a little poll on the right-hand side. And it basically says, how do blogs make you feel? So there's 4 answers. If you'll go ahead and select between A, B, C, or D, those 4 answers, which one here? Because I don't want to emphasize on one specific one here, but just tell me which one. Just select the option that when you think of that question, or when you think of blogs, what is it? How does it make you feel? I really want to kind of get to this. So just make sure you just click that out here, and then we're going to go over those results live here in just a few moments. But you mentioned video. That's so crucial. I mean, that's so huge. Now, some people go, I don't really like the way I look on video. And they were like, so do I have to get all dressed up? Do I have to have perfect lighting on this stuff? Well, I mean, the answer is no, you don't. Authenticity is what people are looking for. But on that note, for instance, the video that you did for the 3-day, don't smack me. You didn't really want to be on video at that time, so right. So you said, let's just do the video. I just want to record an audio on my iPhone, and then we just turned the audio clip and just put it into the video program, which was simple, just a couple of minutes, and then you just posted it to YouTube, and then we just put a graphic all the way across. It literally took 15 minutes to do. So how did you feel about that process of like you weren't on video because some people don't want to necessarily always be on video, and but they wanted to be able to still get that message out there,
Right.
audible.
Right. I like to do either.
Yeah.
You know, some days I feel like, being on video, but again, I'm new at this just like you guys,
Yeah.
and so it's just baby steps. And for me, it's just building, I think, the practice and being able to practice and being able to just be real, be authentic,
Mhm.
be, yourself is key, and just go out there with the message that you have, to
Yeah.
spread. And I think over time, not every tool is for everyone. And I think that when you use the tools that you feel comfortable with, it only builds the confidence, self-esteem, and awareness, and
Yeah.
then you continue to graduate.
I love that.
But most importantly, it's about spreading the message.
I love that. Okay, great. So we're going to go ahead and click on preview here. Oh, by the way, so any questions you guys are asking, and I should have said that initially here, but any question you guys are asking on the right-hand side, we're going to answer all of those questions after we do this demo, and we're just a few minutes away from being done here on this demo, and we're going to get right to the Q&A, and then we're going to get as well, actually before we get to the Q&A, we're going to talk about the special offer as well as the done for you offer, and then we're going to go into to the live Q&A as well. All right. So this is an example of what we just built. I mean, that was just, we spent we spent maybe a couple minutes,
Yeah.
maybe a minute,
Mhm.
maybe two, just building something like this. But it looks beautiful, right? I mean, it's just some nice questions, text, it's imagery, it's whatever it is, and it's just easy, right? It's just literally clicking buttons, copy and paste, drag and drop. That's all it is. And again, that kind of ties back into the whole blog post. So yeah, I could create getting started with the best foods and have best brain foods and make that a blog post. But then what do I have to do, Sam? Right? I have to, what do you have to do? I should put that in that perspective. You have to market it out to your people on Facebook. You hope that they come and check out your blog, and that the time that you spent sipping coffee and writing your blog post was worth the value of the people coming to your blog to get access to your content, to maybe sign up for your email list and all that stuff. And it's just like that just gets tiring. Now eventually, as you start to build more influence online, then that becomes, I guess, easier.
I would say it would become easier, but as you all know, there is a lot of information out there. There are a lot of health practitioners out there, a lot of health coaches out there, and we want to add value to who we are and what we offer, and by offering unique things, whether it's this or another tool, whatever it is you choose to do, having those tools in your back pocket, being able to pull them out, it actually sets you apart and makes you different from and stand out from other professionals in the industry. And see, that's what I'm about. I like to be outside the box. I like to offer things that go outside of what the norm is, because you're noticed more. But most importantly for me, I like clean. I like things to be in the same place. So I love the idea of not having to really send a bunch of PDFs, but being able to have my clients go to the library every single time, knowing that they can have their stuff, and it's going to be there, might have some extra added stuff, but just having it so clean and not having to think about, did I send Jane that PDF, or did I, let me get home and email you. Not that those things are bad. It's just everybody has their preferences, and I just like to do things easy because we have so much on our plates as it is. And so that's what I like about it. I like to be able to add value, and with your one-on-one coaching, to be able to offer, not necessarily carry a bunch of papers with you to have to hand them all these handouts. You could literally give them an exclusive code where they can go in and feel very special about the information you're offering them, as well as you are protecting your content. With a PDF, people can send that to anyone, which again, we want to spread the message, and if that's what they choose to do, but being able to have exclusive content for your clients, so your clients can feel extra special with their codes to go in and have that content accessed from that one client, there's just something really special about that.
It is. And as you see, as long as my wife doesn't smack me here, my wife makes me eat clean foods all the time. I want a cheeseburger. I am on the Candida cleanse right now. And that's a hard one because that means I can't eat lots of sugars. And so, that this gives me the opportunity to come in here and vent in my own little beautiful little study that you as a health coach and me as a client would have access to. And it saves my notes. So if I go back and make more notes and make more notes and make more notes, it saves my notes. That's different than a PDF. I mean, when was the last time you printed out a PDF?
I don't print them out.
I know, right?
I don't print them out.
I mean, it's a great idea, right? It's a great idea in the sense of like, hey, I've got this really beautiful PDF and I'm emailing it to you, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, thanks. But this allows me, which is I definitely want to explain this to you guys. It is web, tablet, and mobile responsive, so it's fully responsive. So that means they get access to your content wherever they are. On any device, iPhones, Androids, desktops, laptops, tablets, iPads. I mean, it just goes on and on. It's everything. It's fully responsive across all devices. So that means think of it as your health coach, interactive influence in their pockets wherever they are. And you can push out new courses, new content, and they get access to their answers. Even recipes. Let's say they're at the grocery store and you have a great, new food recipe that you've pushed out and they want to get access to that recipe. Well, just log in, get access to your recipe. Simple as that, right? So you keep them, it creates a term which we in tech like to call stickiness, which is basically it drives more people back to logging in. And the more they log in, the more they're going to use your product. The more they're using your product, the more they're connected to your content. The more they're connected to your content, the more influence you're having on their lives, the more you're growing your influence, and it just continues to cycle through, okay? So we're gonna go back to, so now that I can see that how easy that was for me to build out my very, very simple little content here, I'm gonna go ahead and click back to edit. And that gives you an example. Of course, go ahead and click publish. Once you do click publish, then it would ask you to finalize it, and then you would have it stored on your library. And then you can add a code and whatnot. So broadcasting, this is the ability to broadcast your content out to your users, however many users that you would have, right? So this is Sam's new library. So this is a very, very new library, but already 20 users. I mean, that's exciting. I mean, that's only been, what, a week?
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, so you're already getting people. Now, when you look at 20 users, what does that mean? I mean, that's 20 people that are now part of your courses, which are people that you have access to, email, other types of communication. Certainly don't abuse it, but I mean, it gets treated as similar to they go to your website and sign up for a newsletter or sign up for whatever it is that you were offering, and you don't have to send them that whatever. You can do that directly through the system, which is great. So that's awesome. So yeah, you get broadcasting functionality. Users, obviously that's you. Site settings, so this is where you can update your logo, you can change your header image, update your home screen icon. You can add Google Analytics for tracking, etc. And then you have discount codes, which you can apply to a specific title, whatever title you have. You want to offer a discount code, choose the percentage, and you can limit the number of people that would have access to that discount. So that's a really great way to incentivize a promotion. Series. This is where you can have a series. You can, creating a series is really simple. You just click Add Series. You can choose what image you want to use for your series, and then it's going to ask you for your series name. You click on Next, and then you can add some personality. So I can go ahead and I want to upload my own image. Again, we have some health backgrounds. I can choose this one if I wish. And it's going to upload the series cover. And this is that background image that you saw in series in the front library. So that's exciting. Then I can go into Get Started. Now this is that Get Started page that looks like this really quickly. So you can customize the way that what this says. You can customize this information, what this button says, this text here. You can customize all this information, and this becomes essentially this promotional, the promotional place from this site that you can feature one of your courses, or you can feature one of your trainings, or you can tie to your site, your existing site as well, or you can make this your current site. And we're actually making an update to this, so by the time you see this, it's even going to be even more beautiful. All right. Actually, excuse me. By the time you see this by Friday, it should be more beautiful. That's where we are. All right, so let me go back to the dashboard. Now this is an overview. So now so you're able to create content super easily with just clicking buttons, check. You can modify that content at any point. We call that versioning, check. You can sell your content. You can offer it as an exclusive code. You can do discount codes. You can create series. I mean, you can create unlimited content in this system and deliver it to unlimited number of people. And we do not charge you by people, and we'll talk about that in a second. But most importantly, I would love to know, and you guys would love to know as health coaches, who is accessing your content. Well, I'm going to show you very briefly, and these are just, I'm going to go really fast over there. So those were real email addresses here, but I could see 17 users. There are 36 unlocks. I could see course opens. There's been 48 course opens. I could see between the samples to previews to samples by course. It really kind of helps to see how many people are, how many people are actually interacting with the program, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of there, and that's overview, and that means you're going to get live, updated feedback on who's actually accessing your course. You can download those email addresses and those users via CSV, which is just an Excel file that you can then upload to like a MailChimp or whatever email service that you want to use to have that kind of ongoing email communication. Or you can just use our broadcast tool and broadcast directly from the system. So it's entirely up to you. All right, let's get to the special. So the special is, if I go over here to billing, let's see. All right, so when you log in and you create your plan for the first time tonight, you're going to create an account. Now, you're going to create that account, and that's going to be your free account, right? So you're going to create that account. But then you're going to go to, there's going to be a GoPro option here, and you're going to click on the GoPro option. And let me tell you what we're going to offer for the next 48 hours. That's what we're planning on doing. For the next 48 hours, if you go ahead and choose from one of these plans, we kept this really simple. Basic plan is $24 a month for unlimited courses, one admin user. You do not get reporting, but you still can charge for your content. Pro plan is $49 a month, and this gives you access to exclusive codes, discount codes, integrations, done for you templates, which we'll talk about in a moment. We did say we'd talk about that. Categories. I mean, it's the full gamut of everything is the GoPro plan. Premium is if you're going to have like a real team of like admin users and a bunch of other stuff, then you could go for that. But what we decided to do is we really wanted to make this very, very affordable for you guys as health coaches. And so we wanted to make this so that if you do the Pro plan, which is the $49 a month, if you do the basic plan, which is $24 a month, correct me wrong here, we're gonna give you Pro plan features, like everything in the Pro plan included. So basically, what I'm saying is that's a 50% discount for if you go to the basic plan, which is the $24 a month. We're gonna give you all the Pro features included for the next 48 hours. That's a 50% discount, and that's gonna be for your account. I mean, this is, as a tech company, we are so excited about launching this with health coaches, and you guys are very early in, so we're never going to offer this again. I mean, this is a plan where we're just, as we're getting launched in the health coach business, we want to offer a plan that just makes it super affordable for health coaches, so you guys can go ahead and get started. And we'd love to receive great testimonials from you that we could use in future online events like this. But again, basic plan, $24 a month. If you sign up tonight, then you will get all the Pro features included. And what we'll do is when we see that you've signed up, we're going to go ahead and have to manually turn those on. So we'll manually turn on the pro features for you. Now, let's go into the second offer that we're going to make available tonight. And that is the done for you content. And we talked about this. We said that we would have, which I'm going to go ahead and click this here. Excuse me. Let me go back. So we said the done for you content, which is here. If you do this promotion, you're going to see this done for you available. And we're going to give you access to 2 done for you programs, right? One is, and Samantha, you can actually explain this much better than I can. Please go ahead.
Right. So the first one that we are going to offer is just a mini self-care on how to detox negative people from your life that that you can use and you can use for your clients. And the next one is just a mini gut renewal health program. It's got plant-based foods in there and just some ideas of things that clients can start to incorporate into their lifestyles to try to help rebuild that gut, because we know that the base of our health is in our gut, and if that is not balanced, then it throws a lot of the other functions in our bodies off. So we wanted to go ahead and offer those to you as gifts, because we know that sometimes coming up with content when we're going through school and we're trying to do other things in our busy lives, it can be a little bit of a challenge, but having something that is usable, something that is so important to be able to give that to you, to be able to give to your clients, to get you started and to help to build in ideas that you can build upon. And of course, you can take these and they're completely copyright free, so you can change them and you can add things in to them that you guys might use personally that's not in there.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, and we're going to be what we call ingesting. We're going to be ingesting all of that content and building all that content out for you. You're going to have to just give us until Friday to do that. So that will be ready to go. It's pretty extensive, actually. It has lots of recipes. It looks great. So I'm looking forward to making that as part of the gift offering. So you're going to get the How to Detox Negative People from Your Life, which is more of a personal care, to the Gut Health Renewal Program plan for your clients, which is more of the more of a physical aspect, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we're going to do that. And the way we're going to offer that to you guys is you're going to get that if you do the basic plan of the $24 a month, which is, if you've been on any of these like calls, typically, they do this whole like, let me go through this whole, whatever it is, PowerPoint and all this long-winded stuff. And then you get to this plan and it's like, yeah, for, $600 or this huge fee. We wanted to make it like crazy, ridiculously affordable. So basic plan, $24. Again, that's 50% discount. If you want to get the done for you programs, those 2 done for you programs, then we ask that you do the yearly program, which is the $244 per year, which is really less than $24 a month, because you're saving an additional 15%. So here it is. $24 a month, you're going to get all the pro features tonight. If you do the $244, you're going to get all the pro features. You're just buying it for the year, and you're saving an additional 15%. So one, you're getting 50% off, and then one, you're getting 65% off, and you're getting the 2 done for you programs. All right, that's our deal here. So I'm looking forward to getting your feedback, and let's open this up for the live Q&A.